Hey, new video today. Thursdays, I'm thinking about doing kind of a series related to being new in the hobby and everything. And what are some of the resources that I've used? Now, I've been doing this for about a year now. A lot of people got into it during COVID. There was a lot of people always in the hobby of opening cards, selling cards, buying cards. But it wasn't until pretty much COVID hit and you started seeing some of the stimulus money that you started seeing a lot of new people in it. And some people got in it because they have some disposable income, they're older, they want to get back to their childhood. Some people got into it to make some money. There was a lot of flipping opportunities. If you don't know, most people probably know what being able to flip something is. You buy low, sell high kind of deal. And there was a lot of that. Going to Walmart's, buying every set pack of cards they have, boxes of cards, everything they have. Prices even a year, 2 years ago were nowhere near as high. And people would just buy it out. One or two people would buy everything out, go on eBay, sell everything like crazy, buy a box of Panini Contenders baseball for $20 and sell it for $80 online. Who wouldn't want to do that? That's a good deal. That's great because there's probably not an $80 card in that box. But you start having a lot of problems. You start getting a lot of people doing that, and prices soared. We had people arguing, there was fights, and now the hobby's kind of went back down a little. You're starting to see, you can go buy Panini Contenders baseball at Walmart's and Mosaics, and since starting to see either Walmart's or Target limit what all you can buy. And they've been able to adjust. And I think a lot of the people who got into it just to make a quick buck are counted out of the hobby. Now, are you still going to be able to make money off this if that's what you're choosing to do? And that's one of the first things I want to talk about, being a newbie. What is your goal as a newbie? Is it to add to your personal collection, what's called a PC? Is it to buy cards and sell, or kind of a combination of that? And some people have a combination of that. There are a lot of hobbyists out there. That's what they really do. They open a box. Let me take like these optic cards for soccer. And you're looking at it and you look at some of this stuff and you're like, hey, I'm a really big fan of Spain and everything. So I want all the Spain cards. I'm going to collect Spain. But not so big of France team. So anybody with France, I want to sell. In Sweden, all these other ones, I want to sell and personally buy all the Spain cards I can get. And that's what some people do. They want certain teams, certain players, and you see that. I myself kind of fit in that category. Players, it's Razorbacks. I'm playing that here. Hope to see him in the majors here pretty soon. These cards like this, this is a card I bought off eBay. I went and got it graded. Don't really care what the grade was on it, which kind of wish it was a little higher, but, kind of glad I got it. It looks cool and everything. I kind of say, in both situations, I buy some to flip, I buy some to collect and stuff. And this series is over the next few weeks and months and stuff. On Thursdays, what we'll do is we'll talk about grading at one time. We'll talk about how you're going to sell. If you are planning on selling, if that's what you're doing. If you're planning on collecting, where do you go? Where are the places to find good deals and stuff? And today I'm going to kind of give a broad outline of, if you're doing this more to buy cards to sell, what are some of the resources to use? And one of the first ones I use is what is called the Cardboard Connection. It's a really good website. It's one that you probably want to have saved. Keep in mind a lot of anything that you're thinking about, I would go here first. Biggest thing is it talks about the new releases. What I really appreciate is it has a calendar, and considering how a lot of this stuff has been pushed back over and over and over, it has an attempt to try to tell you when certain things are coming out. So you can see that Panini Mosaic came out, or was supposed to have came out on the 12th, which would have been last week. I think it did actually come out around that time. You can move forward. You can see that really nothing major is coming out. Of course, what I would say major, Score Premier Soccer League. That, soccer again is going to be pretty big. If you're into Canadian football, it'll tell you when that's coming out. Immaculate, that's one of those really good brands. Don Ross Basketball, that's a big one. This should say Panini Don Ross Basketball, but that's the 21-22 series. So what we're looking at is the rookies that were drafted last summer. Moses Moody would be one of them. Everybody be chasing Evelyn Mobley, Cade Cunningham. That's one of the first times you're going to see these players, but you're going to see them in their college uniform. In their pro uniform. This will be the second one, but again, this will be the one where you first start to see them in their pros, but you get these rated rookies. And this is the other thing I like about this website is you kind of get to see a little bit of what the cards will look like. It talks about if you do a hobby. I had a discussion the other day. Is it better just to save up and buy a hobby box or try to buy blasters? My feeling is if you're in an area that has good hobby shops, if you have multiple hobby shops, at least 2 or 3, that have actual hobby boxes. Some sports card stores, hobby stores, they only really have maybe 1 or 2 every once in a while, and most of what they have is actually blasters and some hangers. It's almost like they went down to Walmart's and got them, and some of them actually still do that. But if you have a place that does have hobby boxes, then you might look at this and be like, okay, a hobby box on average, you're going to get, and I'll zoom in a little, 1 autograph and 1 relic. Plus you get 60 inserts / parallels. That's a lot. You get 30 in the hobby configuration. You get 30 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, 10 boxes per case. Of course, I'm not up to the point where I'm ever going to be buying a case because that's costing thousands of dollars. And one day I would love to. I'd love to be able to break a case of something on here. We get this channel going. We explode this channel and get a lot of likes, a lot of subscribers. And that reminds me, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up and please subscribe. I mean, the more we get on here, one day I'll be breaking some cases. I'll love to do that. Love to break some boxes of some of this stuff because right now I feel like I'm breaking packs. But if we look at it, we got 1 autograph. Okay. Love it to be, if you guaranteed it was a rookie auto, but that's not true. But you can see kind of what you might get. This is considered a relic. Be kind of cool to get an Anthony Edwards. He's looking pretty good. Card like this of Evelyn Mobley, on-card auto would be really good. You can see it's showing right now. It looks like these are going to be on-card autos. Whereas these, you kind of see right in here, looks like it's going to be a sticker auto. Not as thought of. So maybe just the rated rookie ones may have it sticker, and then these other insert ones may have it on card. So we're going to look for one of these more. So you can go down here. They don't have the checklist and everything, but that's another thing I like about this website it gives you a checklist. So you can go back and say something that's already been out. We'll go, let's do Mosaic football since that's supposed to have already been out. You go through here. It does a good job of also telling me what some hobby prices are online. You can see they have some eBay prices. They're saying the best price they found right now is $625. You can see over here a lot of them are in the 800s. You do have a 610 and everything, so that might be one. Click on there and see if you can buy it now. Again, it talks about what all you get in hobby only, first off the line, and choice only. And then you can scroll through here, seeing examples of some of the cards and everything. When it's out, what all is supposed to be in it. Hobby on average, you get 2 autographs. The first off the line, you got 2 autographs. That's what FOTL, first off the line, means. Choice, 8 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. This is probably, I don't know if this would be hobby. I think this would be more, if you get 1 auto per box out of this, and this is the blasters, that's going to be a pretty good deal. I think this is just like a light, if this is costing $600, then this would be $300 or $100 or $200 maybe. But you go through here, it talks about the parallels and everything. This is how I kind of look at some of this stuff when I look at these cards and what color are they. Because sometimes they won't show that it's out of whatever. Well, you can go on here, you can look. Orange fluorescent, that means it's out of 25. There's only 25 of those cards. Green swirl, there's 11 and everything. So if you can get some green swirls of someone like a Patrick Mahomes, really good card to have. You can go down through here, see NFL debuts. These are the guys you definitely want, especially Lawrence, Fields, Wilson, any of the quarterbacks. Jones was really big there for a while. Jamar Chase, what he did in the playoffs, really going to be someone people are going to want to go after. Scroll down here and see if is there any autographs. You got rookie variations. All right, here's your autograph checklist. This is always a good thing to look at. Who all has autos? And are they going to be people you want to have an auto of? That's going to be a big deal. What are the rookie autos? All right, so you can see rookie autos. There's Mosaic Parallels Gold, that's out of 10. Black is 1-1. You have Choice Mosaic Parallels, Fusion Red and Yellow, Black Gold, out of 8, and everything. So you got some of these that you got all the rookies it looks like that you're going to want. So this is a website I would definitely use. Cardboard Connections, kind of telling you what's coming up, what might be worth it, what might not be worth it. A couple apps that I use. Of course, I use eBay to help kind of sell stuff if that's what I'm planning on doing. Another one is Sports Card Investor. This is a good app to go to. They have a website you can apply. They have a Discord. It does cost some money per month to get into it, but it's a really valuable thing that once you get started and you want to know, hey, I pulled this card, is it really worth anything? And so they have some people already on top that making a lot of moves. So if you had a John Morant Prism base, you can click on here and it'll show what's on average is being sold right now or what you could buy on eBay right now. You can go to recent sales, always probably the better one to look at. But you go to recent sales, and it gives you a hint of kind of what prices, if you bought a PSA 10, you can go over here, click on Raw. If you happen to have a pack, you pulled this out of the pack for some reason, you can go in here and be like, all right, 60, someone sold it, someone got a good deal at 36, 2 people bought them at 60, cool card. I was using it last night to kind of look at some of these optic cards and see if there was anybody on here that is worth keeping. So you go here, you plug the name in, I mean, like, hopefully it'll show up. See, this one didn't show up. Oh, there it is. So I'll look through here. Okay, optic hollow is pretty much kind of similar to what I have. Mine's not really the hollow prism, but I can look, click on it. It'll pop up and be like, okay, that's pretty much my card. Click on there, recent sales. Hey, you know, the hollow version, mine's not the hollow. Hollow would have the prism back here. Mine's just the optic version, just a regular base. You know, it's selling $16, $20, $12. You can buy a few of them now. You can see silver hollow optic. You might look on here and see if it's just a regular. See, silver gives you a price. If it's selling at silver and everything, you would probably take off probably about $10 or more and everything. I found online, this is mainly for the baseball, but they call this a card multiplier. So you kind of look at it and you say, all right, if the base is selling for $1 and you have a refractor, which will be out of $4.99, you can multiply it by $1.55. So, you know, you're pretty much adding 55 cents to it. You know, $2.31 if it's purple. So if you see that the base card is selling for $50, then the purple would sell around $2 and, well, you would sell about 2.31. You would multiply it. So if you're thinking about how to price some of your stuff on eBay, this is what you would use, something like this. So since silver is not really a refractor, you would probably go even less than that. So I would knock it down probably, you know, if it's selling around $20 for the silver, I would probably say this card would be selling around $2, $3. Be about the most you can get. I will cover eBay and a lot of eBay sales in a future video. I do want to look at a couple other things. Say you're new and you don't really buy boxes. There's things called breaks, and these are online. Usually through YouTube, sometimes through Facebook. I use a company called Mojo Break if I want to use them. I do it every once in a while. I did a lot when I was, you know, confined to the house with some snow days and stuff. Couldn't get out. They're pretty cool. I like just watching them open the cards. Kind of gives me an idea of what boxes are showing, you know, what the cards look like. Would it be a card I even think I would want to go for? But Mojo Break, you go in, you pick whatever you want. Say you do random team. That's what I usually do. Pick your team costs a little more. Random teams are usually a little cheaper. But you go in here, you buy whatever you want. So it costs about $60. You get your team. Of course, it's out of stock. And you would get all the cards of that team. Pretty good. I don't recommend this a lot. This is this kind of here and there type deal. Mainly if you want to save up and get into a really big thing, you know, something that you really can't afford to buy a whole box of, stuff that doesn't have blasters of, say, like Flawless or some of this like Zenith, Spectra, some of these that are immaculate, some cars that are really, really, really expensive, you know, boxes that are just a regular box, $2,000 or $1,000. Well, you know, you could spend a little money and maybe get a chance at a card in there and stuff. So not something I would do a lot, but every once in a while, I would look at it. That's kind of some of the beginning stuff. If there's anything else you want me to cover or future directions you want me to do with this newbie series, let me know. I kind of, you know, threw a little stuff out there. I know I definitely cover, you know, really wanted to cover the card connection and everything. I think that's a really valuable website to go to and stuff. But put down in the comments, what direction do you want this newbie series to go in and everything. I do want to say, since I talked about Mojo Breaks, I'll showcase a couple things that I did try a few weeks ago. So I got a couple packages in, and can't fully remember what all I bought into. So this is going to actually not only be an opening for you guys, but a little bit for me. So it looks like I got in a Bowman. I remember this. Okay, so it was a Bowman first. Actually, this was through a different company. This is not Mojo. This is a different company I went through. I don't think they're doing as much. But it was first Bowman, and I wanted to get in there. And I picked the two teams, one of my favorite teams, the Cubs. So I get all these first edition cards of the Cubs. Of course, you want first edition, but you also want first Bowman. So right now, really, so this one is a much better card. You get a Drew Gray, first Bowman, first edition. So that's a pretty nice card to get. First edition refractor of Christian Hernandez. Like I just said, the refractors, if Christian Hernandez regular base is selling for $2, then you multiply by about $1.50. You get what this would be. Being a first edition, you could probably do a little more than that. So we got the Cubs here that I went with. Again, another Drew Gray, another Brennan Davis. This card is going to be a little more because he's probably soon to be in the majors. Then I also went with San Diego. I'm looking for a particular player in San Diego. First Bowman. And there he is. That's who I'm looking for. Kevin Kopps. First Bowman of him, former Razorback pitcher. That's who I was really looking for. That's for my PC. Of course, I got a couple of them. So some people around here that would want to buy. I know some fans of the Razorbacks. That card definitely is going to be wanted by a few people. Got a lot of them. Got a lot of first out of that. So San Diego looked good for me. Setting Jackson Wolf. Unfortunately, there's a lot of pitchers, but this guy Merrill here, he's one I'm going to look at. I think he's going to be someone to watch out for. Okay, so this was actually Mojo Break. The other one was Doug's stuff. I have to actually cut this. All right. They definitely packaged their stuff. And theirs was kind of very similar. It was baseball, but it was not the first. It was still Bowman draft. And I think it was random. I know that. I think I got, the Tigers in this. So it was like a case. It was a huge amount of cards, as you can see, like a huge amount of cards. And these are all just Detroit Tigers. So let's see what we got here. There's a lot of cards in here. So we got Torkelson, Riley Green, Chrome, first to Madison actually. Green. Oh, there's the guy you want for the Tigers. Jacob Joby. Chrome. This guy's another one I've heard people really wanting. And from what I could tell off this, and I don't even think the breakers, when they knew this, is if you could tell, this is just the regular Chrome. This is a refractor of it. So there is a little difference in some of these. Got this Genesis card of Jackson. Then we get this cool looking card. Some more first. Riley Green probably going to be up this year. Get another one, just a regular, the Chrome of him. Base. Chrome. Lots of these Raleighs. Genesis. Raleigh Green. Chrome. You can kind of see who they picked. You know, they only picked about like 4 players, it seemed like, for the Tigers. Torkelson, Green, Madden, Joby, Isaac. Oops. Actually, I think Madden may be a refractor too. Yep, it is. That's cool. First, Green, Joby. Another one of these inserts. Torkelson, Madison, and Riley Green. All right. Still that first little pack. Again, like I said, this was a break I bought into. Get a lot of cards out of it. I mean, it was one of those that I researched. I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to get a lot of cards out of it. So, one of the reasons why I did it. Normally, I probably wouldn't. I do like baseball a lot more than I do probably anything else. I know more about baseball. So that was another reason why I did baseball. The really cool thing is you can see there at the end, and I'll show those off in a second, is that if you get some really good cards, Mojo Breaks will immediately put those in sleeves. They'll sleeve them up for you. They'll put them in top loaders. So you don't have to worry about your cards getting damaged or anything. They'll do you right. And most breakers do. There's a few that might, you know, try to get away with being like, oh, well, that's not the greatest card. But most of them, you know, this is what they're doing for, I guess you could say, for a living. So they're going to do it right. So, as you can tell, if you want any of the base of the Detroit Tigers, I have a lot of them now. Contact me. I'll make you a deal. If you want some chrome of Riley Green or base of Riley Green, I got a lot of those. Like I said, this was like a case break, so this was a ton of cards. As you can tell, like I got a ton of cards, and it's just one team. I have to use this one as one of my cards, even though it's a refractor. I'll have to show, so if I can use it in a future reference. Might not be able to see. Ah, there you go. Right there. Nice factory line that goes all the way up. This has to be one of my cards. What do you do if you want to grade it? And what should be graded? I'll be in another future series down the line. Insert. All right, so those are your base chromes. Now, like I said, they sent me some cards in top loaders. Always good to get cards in top loaders. I mean, from them, especially. I got 3 cards here. They protected them by putting this over the top. Something you always want to do with your cards if you try to sell them. So, that Isaac, well, yeah, whatever. First Bowman, he's a shortstop. You always want hitters. First Bowman, this is the blue out of 150. So, it's 116 out of 150. We go back to, like I said, your multiplier. So, we look for blue, 150. Okay, about 4.39. So if I go on eBay and I look at recent sales and his, you know, base card, let's get it right here. So, you know, just, you know, easy math. If this for some reason was selling for $5, you multiply it by, you know, 4.39 and you get what roughly this card will be going for. It's not perfect in everything, but it kind of gives you a base. So, you know, you kind of know what you're getting and everything. Still cool card. Really cool card. Pretty good centering and everything. Okay, so Riley Green, orange. Of course, it's not a first. He's already had one. You look on the back. This one is out of 25. So that's a really good card. I mean, if you say that base of Riley Green that I got a ton of and everything, you say, all right, well, what all could I multiply it by? Well, an orange is about $25 or $21, or multiply it by 21. So if you say a base of Riley Green is $2, then this card's roughly about $42. If you say the Riley Green's only $1, well, this one's about $21. So you get a hint of kind of where this should be and everything. Okay, last one, a little different. As you can tell, it's thicker than these other ones. And this is the Invicta. There is, as far as I know, one of these per case, I think. I know there's some, either Genesis, or maybe there's more than one of these per case. I can't remember. For some reason, there's a card, Invicta, Genesis. It may not be the Invicta. But these are not in like every single box. They're a little thicker. Of course, it's not numbered. Kind of wish it was. But if you're going to get one of these, and it's a Detroit Tiger, this is the guy I would want. Have to look it up. eBay kind of would be a good place to go. But yeah, not bad. Pretty much definitely got my money out of the break. I know. Got some cards to go look through and everything. So that's break. A little break. I do have another one supposed to be coming in soon. Actually, two more here soon. I'll add those to a future video. Again, put some comments down. What would you want to see, especially for a newbie series? If you're new to this, what's something you would like to see? What is something you would like to know? But yeah, I want to continue this. Try to keep doing these on Thursdays. Have a good one.